Imagine this. You walk into a McDonald's, grab a $5 meal, and think you're just buying a burger. But while you're munching on those fries, McDonald's is quietly printing money in ways most people will never understand. Not from the beef or the buns, but from a hidden system that's turned a simple restaurant into a financial powerhouse worth over $200 billion. This isn't about flipping burgers, it's about owning the game. If you've ever wondered how one company serves billions of meals yet stays insanely profitable year after year, you're about to see the real playbook. Stay with me, because this will completely change how you look at business and money. The story starts in the 1950s with two brothers who just wanted to make burgers faster. But a determined salesman named Ray Kroc saw something much bigger. He didn't invent the fast food model. He perfected it and scaled it like no one else. What looked like a food business became one of the smartest money-making machines in history. By the time we're done here, you'll understand why McDonald's makes billions even when individual stores face tough times. The humble beginnings that built an empire. Ray Kroc was 52 years old, selling milkshake machines, when he visited a small burger stand in California run by the McDonald brothers. What he saw blew his mind. Not fancy food, but a system that made burgers, fries, and shakes quickly, cheaply, and exactly the same every time. He convinced them to let him franchise the concept across the country. Kroc had very little money, but massive vision. He borrowed heavily and pushed forward, believing consistency could conquer the world. That early hustle taught him a powerful lesson. People don't just buy food, they buy reliability. In a world full of unpredictable restaurants, McDonald's promised the same taste whether you were in a big city or a small town. Kroc obsessed over tiny details, like how many pickles went on each burger or how long fries cooked. This obsession with standards became the backbone of everything that followed. He wasn't building restaurants. He was building a repeatable machine. Kroc eventually bought out the brothers for a huge sum at the time, taking full control. Many thought he overpaid, but he knew the real value wasn't in one location. It was in the system he could copy thousands of times. This decision turned a regional operation into a global giant. His persistence through financial struggles and skepticism shows that big empires often start with someone willing to bet everything on a better way of doing things. The early years were tough with cash flow issues and resistance from traditional restaurant owners. But Kroc's focus on simplicity won out. He created training programs and strict rules that every franchise had to follow. This foundation of discipline is why McDonald's could grow so fast without falling apart. It's the first big secret. Master the basics before chasing scale. The franchising machine that shares risk keeps profits. Today, roughly 95% of McDonald's restaurants worldwide are run by independent franchisees, not the company itself. That means regular business people invest their own money to open and operate the stores. They pay McDonald's an upfront fee plus ongoing royalties, usually around 4 to 5% of sales. This setup lets McDonald's grow rapidly without spending billions on building every single location themselves. Franchisees handle the daily headaches, staffing, local marketing, dealing with customer complaints. Corporate stays focused on big-picture strategy, brand building, and innovation. If one store has a bad year, McDonald's doesn't take the full financial hit. But when sales boom, they still collect their percentage. It's like having thousands of motivated mini-COs working for you while you keep the best parts of the revenue. This model creates strong alignment. Franchisees only make good money if the brand stays strong and customers keep coming. They follow McDonald's strict playbook on everything from food quality to restaurant cleanliness. In return, they get a proven system, national advertising power, and brand recognition that would take decades to build alone. It's a partnership where both sides win when things run smoothly. The beauty is in the predictability for corporate. They get steady royalty checks, even during slow periods. This turns McDonald's into a cash flow machine that Wall Street absolutely loves. Investors know the money will keep flowing because the system is built to survive economic ups and downs. It's franchising done at the highest level. The massive real estate empire hidden in plain sight. Here's the part that shocks most people. McDonald's is actually one of the largest real estate companies in the world. They own or control the land and buildings for the majority of their locations, then lease them back to franchisees at a premium. This generates huge rental income that comes in regardless of how many burgers are sold on any given day. The strategy started decades ago when a key executive convinced Kroc to buy prime properties in high-traffic areas. Franchisees are required to rent from McDonald's as part of their agreement. Rent is often a percentage of sales with minimum guarantees, so it scales up as the restaurant succeeds but still provides a floor during tough times. This creates incredibly stable income that many pure food businesses could only dream of. Those properties have grown enormously in value over time. In strong locations, the land alone could be worth tens of millions. McDonald's balance sheet is rock solid partly because of these assets. During inflation or economic uncertainty, real estate acts like a safety net that keeps profits flowing steadily. It's real estate disguised as fast food. Franchisees accept the higher rents because the brand drives massive customer traffic they couldn't generate on their own. They get a turnkey location in a spot that would be nearly impossible for an independent operator to secure. For McDonald's, it's genius. They collect rent, control locations, and build long-term asset value all at once. The iron grip on supply chain and operations. McDonald's doesn't leave anything to chance when it comes to ingredients and operations. They've built a sophisticated supply chain with carefully chosen partners who must meet incredibly strict standards for quality, safety, and consistency. By purchasing in enormous volumes across thousands of restaurants, they get prices that smaller chains could never negotiate. This control keeps food costs predictable and quality high everywhere. A potato in Tokyo tastes the same as one in Texas because of these systems. Franchisees buy from approved suppliers, which maintains the brand promise while allowing McDonald's to influence costs behind the scenes. Technology like automated ordering and kitchen systems further squeezes out waste and speeds up service. Every second saved at the drive-thru or counter multiplies across 40,000 plus locations into massive efficiency gains. They use data analytics to predict demand, manage inventory, and reduce spoilage. This operational excellence is quiet but incredibly powerful for protecting profit margins in a high-volume, low-price business. During supply chain crises or inflation spikes, their scale and relationships give them priority access that competitors often lack. Customers barely notice disruptions while other restaurants struggle. This invisible backbone is a huge reason why McDonald's can deliver value meals while still making strong returns. Marketing that builds emotional loyalty. McDonald's doesn't just advertise, they create cultural moments that stick with people for life. From Happy Meals with toys to iconic slogans and sponsorships, everything is designed to build emotional connections, especially with kids and families. Billions spent on marketing create a brand that feels familiar and trustworthy, no matter where you are. The company pools marketing contributions from all franchisees into massive national and global campaigns. One store couldn't afford Super Bowl ads, but together they dominate the airwaves. This creates a halo effect where every location benefits from the brand's overall strength. Loyalty apps and personalized offers now keep customers coming back with points and deals. They've mastered making fast food feel like a fun treat rather than just fuel. Commercials show happy families, friends laughing, and good times. This emotional layer makes people choose McDonald's even when other options exist. The brand has become part of everyday life in many countries. Consistency in messaging builds deep trust. The golden arches mean the same thing everywhere. Quick, affordable, reliable food. That intangible power translates into higher sales volumes and the ability to maintain pricing even as costs rise. Marketing is the engine that keeps the entire system spinning. Constant menu innovation without losing the core. McDonald's knows they can't survive on the same old menu forever. They test new items constantly, using sales data from millions of transactions to decide what stays and what goes. Successful ideas like breakfast all day or McCafe coffee rolled out globally and added new revenue streams. They balance innovation with simplicity. New items must fit the existing kitchen setup and preparation speed. This keeps operations efficient while refreshing the experience. In different countries, they adapt spicy options in Asia, local flavors elsewhere, respecting taste while keeping the core brand intact. Pricing psychology plays a huge role too. Value meals and combos encourage customers to spend more than they originally planned. A cheap item might have low margins, but brings in higher margin drinks and sides. It's all carefully engineered for profit. This agility helps them adapt to trends like healthier options, plant-based alternatives, or premium items. They move fast when something works and cut losses quickly when it doesn't. Innovation keeps the brand relevant across generations and cultures. Smart global expansion and market adaptation. McDonald's doesn't expand randomly. They target growing populations, rising middle classes, and urbanization trends, especially in emerging markets. International sales now make up a huge portion of their business. They adjust ownership models by region for the right balance of control and speed. In some countries, they use more company-owned stores initially to test the waters, then shift toward franchising. Local partners bring cultural knowledge, while McDonald's provides the systems and brand power. This combination has allowed successful entry into over 100 countries. Scale creates advantages that get stronger with each new restaurant. Better supplier deals, richer data insights, and more marketing muscle. It becomes a self-reinforcing flywheel where growth fuels even more growth. Challenges in one market rarely sink the whole ship because of this diversification. The result is a truly global cash machine. While the U.S. remains important, international markets provide new frontiers with younger populations and expanding economies. This geographic spread protects the company and opens endless opportunities. The big lessons you can steal for your own life and money. The biggest takeaway from McDonald's is to build systems and assets that generate money even when you're not personally working. Focus on creating recurring revenue streams, whether through a business, investments, or side hustles. Leverage other people's efforts and capital smartly, just like they do with franchisees. Control what truly matters: your brand, your standards, your key relationships. Obsess over details and consistency because that's what builds lasting trust and value. McDonald's shows that discipline and long-term thinking beat flashy ideas every time. Understand the real game you're playing. McDonald's isn't just in hamburgers. They're in real estate, branding, systems, and leverage. Ask yourself the same question in your career or investments. What assets can I own or control that will pay me over and over? Finally, start where you are with relentless execution. Ray Kroc was over 50 when he started building this empire. Age, money, or background don't matter as much as vision plus consistent action. Apply these principles, and you can build something meaningful too. If this breakdown fired you up, drop a like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more real financial breakdowns that actually move the needle. See you in the next one. Now go build.